Hello there, and welcome to balance class. My name is Amanda, and I'll be teaching you some balance exercises today. Our routine will start seated. We'll do a few things standing if you're up for that, and we'll do our cool down again from seated. So find a sturdy chair, scoot forward a little bit and sit up tall, and we'll begin with a nice deep breath in, reaching the arms out and up. As you exhale, bring the arms out and down. We'll take a few more breaths like that. Inhale, reach up, expand your lungs. As you exhale, bring the arms down. And one more time like that. Inhale, reach out, lift up, sit really tall. And as you exhale, bring the arms down. Relax the hands and arms in your lap. Now take a deep inhale, expand your lungs and ribs. As you exhale, brace your core, pull your belly button inward. Inhale to sit nice and tall. And as you exhale, soften your shoulders. Good. Now let's begin to roll our shoulders. We'll roll them forwards, up, back, and down. Continue forwards, up, back, down. One more time around, rolling the shoulders forward, then up, back, and down. Now keep your shoulders down. Nice job. Let's take a gentle twist. You can reach your right arm across to the left and turn your torso and your head. Come back to the front and we'll reach the other side. Warming up our spine. So a gentle warm-up is good with all exercise. Good work. Taking some nice deep breaths as you twist. You can inhale as you twist. Exhale slowly as you return to the front. Inhale as you twist. Exhale slowly as you return to the front. One more time on each side. And again. Good. Let's relax there and begin to work on our lower body. We'll start with our feet. We'll lift up our heels and then toes. Heels lift and toes. While we're warming up our feet, I want you to continue to have a focus on your posture in your upper body. So we're expanding our lungs, ribs, and chest. We're keeping that core pulled up and in. Shoulders stay relaxed, and your head faces forward. So I say that about our head because sometimes when people think about expanding their chest or lifting up from there, they end up looking up as well, and that could strain the back of your neck. So we lift with the chest, but keep the eyes and head facing forward. Our feet are very important for balance. Our feet hold up our whole body. So it's important to take care of our feet and keep them strong and flexible. We're going to switch up our leg movement now. Sometimes I like to scoot back on the chair before this one. We're going to straighten the leg out and then straighten your other leg. Reaching it up towards the front, just straightening that out. So your position on your chair, when you scoot farther forward on the chair, this exercise is harder because your legs don't have as much support. So make it a little easier by scooting back on the chair. Maybe it's just a little scoot back. I don't want you leaning back on the chair though. I want you to use the muscles in your core, your abdomen and your back to sit up straight. Warming up our legs here. We're strengthening the top of the thighs and stretching the back of the thighs. Let's do one more on each side. Good work. Now hold one leg up there. Hold that leg up there. Turn your ankle in a circle. Circle it the other way. Good work. We'll put that leg down. Let's lift your other leg up. Hold it up there. Continue sitting nice and tall. And circle the other way. Awesome job. Let's put your foot down. Now we'll scoot forwards in the chair again. Start with your feet together and your knees together. We're going to rotate our hips. To do that, we'll bring our knees wide and then back to center. I like to do this one with my heels touching, so my knees and toes come out at the same time. Make sure you continue to sit tall as you do this. This is working your hips, stretching and strengthening your hips. You can add a little bit of strengthening to this. As you bring your knees wide, squeeze your glutes. So that's the back of your hips here, your buttocks. Reach them out and in. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice work. Now pick up your leg and step it to the side, then return to center. Other leg step to side and return to center. You can keep your hands on your legs like this, or you could rest them on the armrests. Anything that's comfortable is fine with me. You could even use your arms with the exercise if you want, so try that if you like. As you reach the arm to the side, as you reach your leg to the side, reach your arm as well. Then whenever we use our arms and legs together, we use our coordination. So sometimes that's a little tricky. So if it's better for you to just focus on the legs, that's fine too. Do the best that you can, and that's all you can do. Good, sit up nice and tall while you reach to the side. Reach your leg and your arm as far as you can reach. Really work that range of motion. Good. And make sure you don't drag your feet with this one. Step your foot up. So the reason for that, dragging our feet could lead to tripping over something or falling. So I want you to have a good habit of picking your foot up high and stepping it in a different spot. Pick your leg up high. We'll do 1 more on each side with this move, and then return it to the center. Take a moment to take a deep breath in. A slow exhale. By the way, you can rest at any time. If you get tired, take a rest break. Don't overdo it, please. Reach your leg forward now and tap your heel to the ground, then bring it back. We'll reach our other leg, alternating left and right. Continue sitting up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders. Again, you can rest your hands wherever it's comfortable, on your legs or on your armrests. Anywhere is fine with me. Or again, an option to use the arms with the exercise. Reach them both forward as you reach your leg forward. Good. Really reach that leg. Reach those arms. Sit up nice and tall, relaxing your shoulders. Let's do 3 more on each side. 2 and 1 more on each side. Nice work. We're going to begin to work the back of our legs by reaching a leg under the chair. We'll take 1 foot, so we start with our feet right under our knees, and then 1 foot's going to go under the chair, back to center, then the other leg under, and back to center. I know this is a little tricky with some chairs, so do the best you can. We're strengthening our hamstrings, that's the back of the thigh, stretching around your quads and the top of your knee as you do this move. An option for more challenge, you could continue like this, alternating your legs and stepping them under, or if you want to try, move both legs at once, jumping them under the chair. Good. So something changes about this exercise. We add in an additional muscle group that we're working. It's the muscles in your abdomen. They have to work for your legs to move like this. Kind of fun. Good work. Let's do 4 more. Nice job. 3, 2, and last one. Good work. Take a deep breath in, reach up, stretch it out, Now let's take our legs wider. Exhale, reaching down and rounding. Then we'll slowly roll back up. Inhale to reach way up high. Stretch out the spine a different way. Exhale, reach it down. If you don't like the rounding of your spine, sometimes that isn't safe, or if you don't like the head hanging low, you could simply keep your back straight and work on pushing the legs wide. So that's an option as well. We'll do a few more where we inhale to reach up high, and then as you exhale, round it down. Good. One more time each way. Inhale, reach way up high, and exhale it low. Come on back up to center. The legs can come more moderate. We're going to do a seated balance exercise. We'll move side to side to begin. So, sitting up tall, reaching the arms out. You could have your hands at shoulder height like this, or if this bothers your shoulders, feel free to keep the hands lower. We'll start sitting up tall in the middle and pulling that belly button up and in. Then we're just going to begin shifting our weight to one side, and then shift the weight over to the other side. As you shift our weight, the weight's in this hip instead of being balanced between both sides. So when we have our weight on this hip even comes off the chair. Good. So we want to keep our back kind of straight as we do this. We're not rounding the back to the side, so we're not here. We're keeping our back straight as we shift our weight from one side to the other. And then I'm going to offer you an extra challenge here. You can even pick your foot up as you shift your weight from one side to the other. Continue your good posture. We're pulling that belly button inward. We're relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Eyes and head are facing forward. Good. And then one more option for more challenge. Take it if you like. Hold this position for 5, 4, pull that core in, 3, 2, 1. Other side here. Lift the leg, lift your hip, relax your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. We'll go back and forth to each side and make sure you're not holding your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll go to the other side. So a nice deep inhale and nice deep exhale here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more time on each side. You're doing great. Relax the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Balance and hold. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Let's take a breath and relax. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms come down. Good. Relax your upper body, roll your shoulders around. Good. Now try rolling them the other direction. Kind of fun there. One more time around. Let's stretch our torso and practice our balance with the hands on hips. So we shift our weight to the front, shift your weight to one side, shift your weight back, and then shift to the other side. Continue making this circle with your torso. Good. One more time around. Now switch direction, switch the other way, circle that way, back, side, front. So we have an aspect of flexibility and building strength and stability with this exercise. And then bring yourself back up to the center. It's time for us to try some standing balance. So, give it a try with me, standing up. It's okay to stay seated. All the exercises could be modified to be done from a seated position as well. If you're gonna stand with me, it's probably best to have something nearby you can put your hand on to balance. So I'm gonna move my chair around so that I have something to hang on to. So what you may like is standing right behind the chair. I'm not gonna do that because then you can't see my legs. I'm gonna bring my chair to the side so that I have it nearby to hang on to. Start with your feet planted shoulder width apart. Sometimes we stand like this, which is very tippy. When we walk or when we do certain movements like stepping to the side, we do have to start with a narrow base like this, but the narrow base has less support and it's easier to fall over. So for now, I want you to have a little bit of a wider base with your feet. Feet about shoulder width apart. Grounding down with your feet, really pushing down with your heels and the ball of the foot and the big toe. Then we're going to bring our attention up the body, pull your belly button upward, open your hands, straighten your fingers, straighten your arms, even squeeze the shoulder blades together behind your back and move the hands backwards. Do you feel a little taller now? We can go through all those spots again while we're standing tall, pushing down with the feet, pulling the belly button up, sliding the shoulders down. Hold this position, take a deep breath in, and then exhale slow. Take another breath and reach the arms up. Exhale, bringing the arms back down. Stay tall. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Nice job. Now we'll shift our weight from side to side from standing. We did a weight shift from seated. Let's do it from standing. We're going to shift onto one leg and then shift over to the other leg. Hang on with one hand or both hands if you like. If you want to do this without holding on, that's okay too. Just make sure something's nearby that you could steady yourself with if you need to. You may find that just one finger can provide a lot of support as well. Good. Keep your posture tall, the heart's lifted, that belly button pulls upward. And just shifting our weight. Now we're going to stay on this side. Put your weight on your left foot, balance there. Your right heel might come up a tiny bit. Push down with your foot and get taller. And then switch to the other side. Good work. We're pushing down with our foot and lifting the torso taller. Let's do that again on each side. Pause here momentarily. And then over to the other leg. Push down, get taller. Good. Now we're going to begin lifting that foot entirely. It just moves to the side a tiny bit. Shift onto that right leg. Pick that left foot up just momentarily. Good. Good. Remember to use your hands on your chair if that's the best option for you. We're reaching the top of the head up to the ceiling. Good. Moving slow and with control. It's not a race. And right now we don't want to use momentum anyway. So momentum is when we kind of rush back and forth. Sometimes that makes it easier. So try not to use the momentum so that you can challenge yourself. Good. On this next one, we're going to hold it for a few more seconds. Lift that foot up, push down with your foot and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other leg, slow and with control. Lift that leg up, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll do a few more of these. Lift that leg. Remember to pull your belly button up and in and relax your shoulders. Now it's time to switch to the other leg. Grounding down with your foot. Lift your torso off your hips. Switch to the other side. One last one here. Balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go to your other leg. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Put both feet on the ground. Let's take a deep breath in. And we'll exhale, bring those arms down. Fantastic work. Roll your shoulders. Let's get a little more movement in our legs. We'll do a march. Bring your knee up high in the front. Good. Keep one hand on if you like. And I'm going to show you a side view here so you can see how high up my knees are coming. If you can bring your knee up to your hip height like this, That's good. That's what we want. We want that knee to be able to come up high. If you can't come up that high today, that's okay. Keep working on it. And if you keep working on it, you'll probably get better at it. Good. Now I want you to move a little slower. We're gonna lift our leg to the count of 1, 2, 3. Hold it at the top and lower to the count of 1, 2, 3. Set your foot down softly. Lift your other leg to the count of 1, 2, 3. Balance at the top. Lower slowly for 1, 2, 3, and put your foot down. And this is a little harder, so don't be afraid to keep your hand on the chair if needed. Even both hands is fine. Let's lift again for 1, 2, 3. Hold it at the top. Lower slowly. 1, 2, 3. Set your foot down softly. Lift your other leg for 1, 2, 3. Hold it at the top. Lower slowly. 1, 2, 3. Set your foot down softly, and we're going to do it again. When you set your foot down slowly and softly, you build more strength at that part of the movement as you're setting your foot down. So that is an important part. And let's lower slow. Last one. Nice job. Nice job. Let's take a rest. We'll take a deep breath. Exhale. Good work. Remember how feet are such an important part of balance? Let's exercise our feet now. So we'll push down with the feet and lower legs, and we're going to shift our weight to the front and back of the feet as a beginning. So keep your hand on if you like. Shift towards the front so your heels come up. Shift towards the back so your toes come up. Good. The rest of your body is still really straight, balancing just on that little spot. Pull your belly button up and in. Lift the heart. The head's just floating on top or facing forward. We're not straightening our neck here. This subtle, small movement shifting forwards and backwards. Let me show you a side view on this one too. So we'll shift back just to your heels. Shift forward. Good. So we're still thinking tall, lifting up. Good. Nice job. Now I'm going to show you a little more work. Let's do a little more work. Push down with the front of the foot and lift your heels way up high. And let's just focus on lifting the heels a few more times now. Now this exercise strengthens our calf muscles, the back of the lower leg. We'll do 5 more here. 4, remember your posture is tall. 3, 2, and 1, and now we'll do the opposite. You're going to shift your weight to your heels and lift your toes up off the ground. Good. Lift those toes. Shifting the weight to your heels and hold those toes in the front foot up just for a second as you do this. Hold the front of your foot up just for a second. This strengthens the front of your lower leg. Sometimes we call that your shin. Now let's try holding those toes up and balancing them for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll put your feet back down. Whew! Shake your legs out a little. Awesome work. Awesome work. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. We're going to take a side-to-side step. So we'll step to one side, bring it to center, step to the other side, and bring it to the center. So I told you earlier about how a wider base is more stable. When we bring our feet towards the center here, we have a narrow base. For now, that's okay. When we're walking, we actually have a fairly narrow base. So I'll show you about that in a minute. But let's do a few more of these. Always okay to keep your hand on something. A chair in front could be helpful, so standing right behind a chair could be good for this one. Continue with this kind of moderate step, or if you want some extra challenge, take a wide step. Try that if you like. what's best for you. Everybody's different, and nobody's perfect. Or as they sometimes say, nobody's perfect. Really good. Let's do one more time each side. Nice job. Have a little space between the feet here. We'll take a deep breath in, reach up, and exhale. Very good. Roll your shoulders. Well, I think squats are important, so we'll do them next. Now, squats are similar to a sit to stand. So if you prefer doing a sit to stand exercise, that's okay to do. But what I'm gonna do with you now is squats, and I'm gonna turn to the side to show you. So have a little space between your feet, so we'll have them in that shoulder width, that wider base position again. Okie doke, but I'm gonna show you this way because I want you to see how I'm bending at the knees and the hips. We keep our feet flat, then bend your knees and your hips move back. Good. So next one, I'm going to show you what not to do. Don't do this at home, but I see people do this. Don't do that one. Don't do that one. Make sure your hips move back. So one way to help your hips move back as you do this exercise is to practice with a chair, doing a sit to stand. Because as you sit in a chair, if your hips stay on top of your feet like this, you're going to miss the chair. So make sure your hips move back. Good. Another way to think of this is you could push down with your heels. Push down with your heels, because then your hips can't move forward or stay in that line if you push down with your heels. And as you might notice, sometimes I even bring the front of my feet off the ground so that I can really force that pushing down with the heels. So what that does as you reach backwards, it uses the muscles in the back of your legs and your hip. We tend to work the front of our legs too much, so we need to strengthen the back of the legs and the hip to be more balanced athletes. Good. Having muscles too strong in the front of the thighs here, the quadriceps could lead to injury with our knees. And I'm sure a number of you already have knees that hurt, so let's just try to take care of our knees as best we can. Good. One more time like this. Whew. All right. When you do that exercise, you work the biggest muscles in your legs, your quads and your hips, so the heart rate could get up there. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale slow. And we'll go to our cool down. Stay standing for a moment. I want to show you a standing stretch. One leg will be back and one forward. Now you can face me. I just turned to the side because I think you'll see the exercise better if I face forwards, if I face sideways. Your front leg could bend a little bit, and you're going to straighten that back leg, push down with your heel. Feel that stretching your calf muscle? Most of us are too tight in our calf muscles, and it feels so good to stretch them. Now, I like to have both feet pointed forward here. I'll show you a difference. What some people do is like this because it's easier. So if you can, try to have that foot pointed forward for this stretch. Good. Take a deep breath, really stretch that muscle. Exhale. Let's switch to the other leg. Push down with your heel again. Make sure your foot's straight. We don't want it turned out like that. Keep it forward if you can. And we keep our posture tall. Shoulders line up on top of the hips. Front leg can bend here. And push down with that back heel. If your heel doesn't reach the ground, then you need to have a little shorter stance. If you're not feeling a stretch, you could have a longer stance. Let's take another deep breath in and out here. Good. Nice job. Now we'll have a seat. So carefully take your time, return to your chair. Turn to your chair. And we'll stretch our hamstring inner thigh next. Let's take our left leg, we'll reach it forward, and then we're gonna reach that left leg to the side. Sometimes it makes sense here and feels good for that right leg to also move outward, then we feel a little more balanced on the chair. And to add to the stretch, take a twist. Turn your whole body to the right. You can put your hands on your thigh or the armrest. Good, turn your head and turn your shoulders. As we turn away from our outstretched leg, there's a stretch in the inner thigh that you might feel. So that's nice and beneficial, I think. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gently return to front. Bring your leg back. We'll do the same thing with the other leg. So straighten that right leg, not just to the front, but out to the side. And then you can move your left leg to kind of feel more balanced, if that helps you. And we'll twist and turn to the left. Take both hands to that left side. Turn your head, turn your shoulders. Good, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gently return to the front. We'll bring our legs back. Let's reach the arms wide, stretching out. And then cross the arms to give yourself a shoulder stretch here. Notice which arm you have on top, because I want you to switch them. We'll bring them out, and then switch them. Other arm on top. Take a deep breath in and out. Exhale. Bring the arms back down. Let's roll our shoulders. Relax the shoulders down and let's roll the head and neck. Good work, my friends. Thank you for balancing with me today, and I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it.